I taught at the University of Pennsylvania for 4 years, and I used to teach political theory.
So the problem is, according to all research that's been done and records that are out there, he never actually taught a class. So there are plenty of professor emerituses and BS jobs that exist in politics and academia, so you can say you're affiliated with an institution, Penn Biden Center, where they were running cash through there, and others. But he didn't teach a class, and he seems to want the audience to think he used to be a deep-thinking political theorist.
He was an honorary professor there, never taught a class there. He was on campus to promote a book once. He answered some Q&A with administrators. He did a lecture at Wharton and did some public events when the Mexico president, former president, was there, and the UK deputy prime minister was there. But he didn't teach a semester class.
But he did keep his classified documents in the closet.
He did.
So that was good. And we still don't know what was in those classified documents. Meanwhile,
does he believe this stuff, or do you think is he just getting older and he's mixing things up?
He doesn't talk to the press. We wouldn't know.
And he certainly wouldn't answer.
He also claimed to a group of rabbis yesterday that he was raised in synagogues in my state. There is no sense ever that he was raised in synagogues in the state. So what does he talk? He also said he went to more black churches than anybody. I'm pretty sure that nobody believes that.
So much that it's almost unfact-checkable. Something that you can, on another story that you can fact-check, because we're following the numbers here, is the chaos at the border. And watching the numbers explode, not just of overall border encounters, known gotaways, it's the number of suspected terrorists arrested at the U.S. border. As of July for this fiscal year, look at that number, 160 suspected terrorists. These are just the ones arrested at the U.S. border.
They're on the terrorist watch list.
On the terrorist watch list. Look at where it was in 2020. 3. We're at 160.
They know it's open. They know the border's open, y'all. That is so scary. Do you remember after 9/11 how our country was so united about this? Gosh, so many things were put into place to prevent terrorists from getting into our country after 9/11, and now we just have an open border.
In 2019, there was 1. In 2020, there was 3. And now 160. Those are the ones we got that were dumb enough to come through.
How many went through that we haven't caught?
Yeah.
How many are living in our country that we haven't caught?
If you know you're on a list and you know the southern border is open, you're probably capable of paying smugglers to get you across without being detected. As the Border Patrol is overwhelmed with scenes like this and is effectively just a processing center.
So Bill Malugin yesterday was in the Tucson sector, and he said there are 2,000 illegal crossings per day over the last 3 days. It is picking up big time. Over in Texas, 7,000. So this is after August went up significantly. Now we're seeing the numbers are going up big time now that the heat has subsided, and no one cares about Title 42. It's dissipated. No one's signing up in their own countries. They're making too much money. And look at where we have to keep people because we have no idea where to put them. And in Tucson, they said they're just letting them out into the streets.
In that area, I guess you pronounce it Ajo, Arizona, the retired ICE field office director, John Fabricorte, he's showing these images of the migrants being detained in this outdoor holding facility in the Tucson sector. And he says, we got the green light to release them out into the streets because we're coping with all this pressure.
Yeah.
We can't house any more of them.
Street releases. Those look like cages to me. I'm no cage expert.
Right.
But it doesn't look very humane to me down there.
Is AOC dressed in all white crying at the fence like she was during the Trump years?
We should check.
We should see because she tweeted that out.
Didn't they turn out to be Obama cages?
Yeah, she said no bans, no walls, no fences, no change, no justice, no peace. She has not even gone to the border, even though New York is overrun with people coming across the border.
No, she says she's so concerned with her district, Brian.
Which affects her district.
And they did put a shelter in her district, remember? And then they took it down?
Right.
Because they didn't want it in her district?
Right. And now I don't know why they took it down. Now they can't build it.
Then they built one at Randall's. Then they took that down.
No,
and it cost so much money. And then they put it back up.
Yeah.
All right, 13 minutes after the top of the hour. Turning now to a Fox News